Alright, back to another album review. Today's review is on Stone Temple Pilots' self-titled album from 2018. This is the seventh studio album by STP, and it's their first material from the band to have Jeff Gutt on lead vocals. Jeff was revealed as the band's new singer on November 14th, 2017, and he's still with the band to this day. I have listened to Jeff sing, and a lot of people, including myself, said that he sounds very much like Scott Weiland. So much so that he can sing STP songs from the Weiland era perfectly. More on that later. Anyways, the album was self-produced. It was recorded and engineered by Ryan Williams at Homefry Studios and Bomb Shelter Studios. It was mixed by Ken Andrews and mastered by Dave Cooley at Elijah Masters in Los Angeles. The album was released on March 16th, 2018 on Playpen LLC under license to Rhino Entertainment. The album is dedicated to Scott Weiland and Chester Bennington, and I think it's a great tribute to them. Even to this day, STP are not hiding the fact that those guys were previously with the band, even though Scott was fired and Chester left willingly. Now to talk about the songs. The first track is Middle of Nowhere. This track is very upbeat and is essentially the intro to the album. It does retain much of the band's signature style, and Jeff Gutt is almost indistinguishable from his predecessors when it comes to his singing voice. The next track is Guilty. Just like the first track, it's in the hard rock genre. Then again, the majority of the tracks are in the hard rock genre. After that is Meadow, which was released as a single on November 15th, 2017. That was the day after Jeff was announced as the band's new singer. Speaking of which, November 14th, 2017 was also the day STP performed this song live for the first time at a private invite-only concert. STP also included this in their set list, and I saw them back in August of 2018. It's also my favorite song from this album. Next up is Just a Little Lie. The song takes a turn towards the direction of alternative rock. Up next is 6-8. Just like every other song on this album, it was written by all four members of the band. That's followed up by Thought She'd Be Mine. While the rest of the songs were engineered by Ryan Williams, this one is the exception because it was instead engineered by Russ Fowler. Though this wasn't his first time working with STP. He followed up with Roll Me Under. This track was released as a single on January 31st, 2018. The song after that is Never Enough. The song is pretty good to say the least. The following track is The Art of Letting Go. What's after that is Finest Hour. What comes after that is Good Shoes. My dad regularly plays this song on his radio show. The final track is Reds and Blues. One thing I should mention is that the Japanese version has a bonus track called Already Gone. The Best Buy version has that track along with a second bonus track called Forget Forever. As you can see, my copy does not have either of those bonus tracks. Here's hoping that STP will eventually release a compilation of B-sides and rarities someday. When researching this album, I read that it peaked at number 24 on the Billboard 200. In order to promote this album, STP went on the Revolution 3 tour, which is where they toured with Bush and the Cult. I actually saw them on August 8th, 2018. STP took the stage first, followed by the Cult and then Bush as the finale. I was really impressed with Jeff Gutt's ability to sing like Scott Weiland. It sounds like he had a lot of practice. Not only can he sing songs from the current STP era, but also songs from the Weiland era, which accompanied the majority of the songs within the band's set list. When my aunt and uncle saw STP before me, all three bands in the Revolution 3 tour had performed in the opposite order. For some reason, my aunt and uncle were creeped out by Jeff Gutt and ended up leaving halfway through the set. I didn't leave until after Bush left the stage, because I had fun. Now for what the critics said about the album. They mostly gave it mixed reviews for some reason, and has a 63 on Metacritic. Consequence of Sound, Pop Matters, and especially the Times are the worst offenders. Now for my thoughts. I actually think this is a pretty good album. It's quite interesting hearing how Jeff Gutt is able to sing, and I think he is a worthy successor to Scott Weiland and Chester Bennington. Overall, I recommend checking out this album. And now's the part where I question you. Have you listened to STP's 2018 album? If so, what do you think about it? What's your favorite song from it? Do you think Jeff Gutt is a worthy successor to Scott Weiland and Chester Bennington? Did you see STP during the Revolution 3 tour? Let me know in the comments. If you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to press the notification bell to notify future videos. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with another video.